And y'all gonna trip off the thumbnail that I'm gonna use for this. Y'all gonna go crazy. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God.
The Gene Deal Show, cooking and conversation.
Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Waiting for my YouTube family. I know you ain't with their mamas. Ain't nobody come. Ain't nobody gonna tell you what you say, Gene. They with their mamas today. And I want to shout out to all the people that's with their mother. Crenshaw veteran. Yo, I feel so good today. I'm gonna let a few people come in here and I want to give thanks. Yo, I don't know what kind of prayer warriors I got out there. I don't know who y'all told or what y'all told. I went to bed last night, man. I woke up, man, and feel like I ain't have no pain, man. Yo, thank you. I mean that to the bottom of my heart. Yo, whoever sending those prayers up and whoever helped me, man, and because I know some of y'all are in the faith, whether it's Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, or whatever, y'all in y'all faith, man, and yo, whatever y'all did made me feel better. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Easy Hunter, thank you for that super chat. What's up with you? And listen here, I'm gonna put the picture on to the title to this afterwards, so you might want to go back and look at it. And I want to say this to you guys too before I get started. I was on the phone with my manager last night, and I was like, "Yo," I went back and looked at one of my videos, and I was like, "Yo, I'm tired of this niggas in these commercials. What the hell?" And then I looked at it. It was my show. I was like, yo. I called my manager up. "Oh, yo, Cat, why is all those commercials on my show?" And he said, "YouTube does that." I said, "My man, could you take them joints out?" I said, "For every hour, no more than 6 commercials." You understand? For every hour, no more than 6 commercials. You finished down here, young lady? All right. Okay. All right. Cleaning up. So for every what's that? Yeah, for every hour, I said, "Yo, dog, try to make it just no more than 6 commercials for every hour, man." He said, "Well, I do the last 5 or whatever like that." He said, "But YouTube do that." I said, "Can you catch that, man? Because yo, I was hating that. I was hating that nigga." And it was me. This guy here. Yo, thank y'all for y'all prayers, man. Yo, I woke up and you know how you look on the feel bad? I was like, hold up. And I took a deep breath and I was like, and I didn't feel that pain right there. I was like, hold up. Wait 1 minute. And y'all gonna trip off the thumbnail that I'm gonna use for this. Y'all gonna go crazy. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. But I didn't put the picture out there. So y'all can be mad if y'all want to. Priscilla Paulo, hey, what's up with you, man? Big B1. Timothy Harris out there in Wellston, always salute to you, brother. You always there. Let me move this back a little bit. I ain't got to bend down a little bit more. Put this back there like that. Yeah. How y'all doing out there, man? Yo, I know y'all first of all, let's get a shout out to all the mothers. Let's get a shout out to everybody that's a mother, all the young ladies that take care of somebody's kids, whether they stepchildren, ain't no such thing as step to me. You understand? Whether it's they foster kids, all shout out to all the mothers. All right? Let's give a shout out to all the mothers that had their kids after the age of 16. Okay? They need a shout out too. Fast ass. And Those ones who had their kids before 16, fast ass. I know back in the day they used to have their kids at 14 and ages like that. They were still babies though, and maybe they lived a different life. But what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I was just thanking everybody for saying their prayers. I had a lot more people in here at first, so I guess they haven't found out that we started a new started the channel over. It's still buffering on the other thing. But listen, for all you guys who prayed for me, like I said, I woke up this morning, took a deep breath, and let me not mark myself. I have no pain. And I was like, and sometimes you looking for something. And I felt so good. I was like, yo, man, whatever. I'll take that one. I'll take that one, man. So, you guys praying for me, and whoever sent this blessing down today, man, oh man, thank God Almighty. I feel good, and I haven't felt like this in a week or so, man. So, since I came out the hospital, shoot me up with all that morphine and everything like that. All right, Miss Priscilla Partlow, thank you for that cash out. But listen here, man. I'm gonna put up this thumbnail, like I said, people gonna go crazy about. But it's this dude's fault, and I'm gonna speak on that. It's Mother's Day, and I want to speak on two things that happened yesterday, and I didn't even catch it. You know what I'm saying? My manager, we were talking, and he funny dude. He sent me a picture of Andre Harrell, and it's saying that he had died and everything like that. And then somebody sent me Little Richard had died too, right behind her. I don't know if he sent both of them or whatever. So I get him on the phone, and he said, "Yo, it's a cold day in hell right today." And I said, "Yeah." And then I said, "What's wrong?" You know what I'm saying? And we can't say this. We can't say gay heaven. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't say that. And he was like, "Yo, and gay heaven is smiling." Me and him talking, and I was like, didn't catch on to nothing. So then as the day go on, I do my show, we interact. I tell y'all, what I knew about Andre Harrell, the part I knew and how he was, you understand? And how his family used to be around and everything, coming straight through the block. And how, excuse me, y'all, allergies again. His family used to come through the block, and they used to get that on the 111th and, out the block, and they used to see people. They used to stay friends with people in the block. Right? Don't you know? If you don't, you should. But anyway, we Star Money. What's happening with you, B1? B1 says sugar boogers. Anyway, they used to come through the block and everything. Like we talked about that. So I was sitting up, I could be slow sometimes, man, because I ain't up on everything right there, and I was just like sitting back chilling. And I know none of y'all even said anything about it. So I know y'all didn't catch it either. Because y'all still stuck on the somebody doing something to their nose. And ain't that right, Tim Diamond? Star Money. Y'all stuck on somebody doing something to their nose, and y'all missed the whole thing. So for those who, like me, could be a little Riri, can I say retarded? I mean, can I say, no, Jerry kids? I can't say that either. Yo, can y'all help me with a list of some of the stuff that I can say and I can't say? Because if I want to say retard, I can't say retard because that'll hurt somebody's feelings. And then I have a bunch of handicapped people out there trying to take my parking space or something in front of my house. I can't say that. So, okay, let me retract that so, I won't get in trouble for that. All right, so I'm retracting the Riri part. So like I could be a little what they mentally challenged. So special ed. You say special ed. I can say special ed. Thanks, Golden Brooks. Was it Golden Brooks who said that? I could be a little special ed. Okay, so I could be a little special ed. So when he said that hell had frozen over and gay heaven was smiling, and they sent me the pictures of Little Richard and Andre Harrell, I didn't get it. Oh, Todd AF, special needs. Oh, okay, that's the correct special needs. All right, I could be a little special needed. Okay, my man, JG 2390 says slow as fuck. Okay, that too. Yeah, man. All right. So anyway, we're gonna salute to all our mothers out there in Jersey, St. Louis, New York, the boogie down Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, the Philly, Connecticut, Texas, all over the United States, North Carolina, Cincinnati. I get a lot of calls from out there in Ohio. My God, them guys in Ohio stay on my neck. I'm like, damn. Yeah. On the short bus with a helmet. David Powell said on the short bus, and somebody said with a helmet on your head with the Red Cross sticker on your back. See, this is what happens when OG feel a little better. Let me stop, man. But listen here, man. Mother's Day and every day with your mother is special. I met my mother at 12. And I stayed in the house till 17, going on 18, and I went to college, never went back to our house again, only to visit. But we had a unique relationship. And I was trying to read something. Let me stop trying to read something and talk to y'all. And I never went back to her house, but we had a great relationship. It was tumultuous when we first met because of the poison that was spread between the families. But we grew to love each other, and I gave her a lot of shit. I did a lot for her, as a son should do for a mother. And we had a beautiful relationship. And everybody in Wellston loved my mother. She used to work at the high school, run the home ec class, and she used to work in the library. For home ec, the people don't know that's to teach the girls how to cook or sew. My mother could sew anything. She was a professional seamstress. So she used to make a lot of prom dresses, a lot of wedding dresses, and clothes for the young ladies. So, and anybody know, they could always come to the house, when I got older to get a meal and stuff like that. Wasn't always like that, but we did what we were supposed to do. I miss hearing her voice. I miss the conversations and the prayers that she did. My mother had, when I met my mother at 28 years old, I didn't really understand, what a 28-year-old woman was doing with a 12-year-old child. But it happens, you know what I'm saying? And until I got old enough and I was hitting some of those 28-year-old women that had children, I understood what my mother went through, what she was going through. But anybody know that whenever I had a relationship with any woman, I've always treated their child like they were mine. You understand? And even today, girls that I've had relationship, I was close to, they children see me on the street and they treat me like I was like a damn good daddy. You understand? You know, so and they know if they in a situation, they're in trouble, and to a certain extent, that I will come out my pocket and I would do for them. And I would help them with jobs and put them in positions and give them a time. I would talk to them, right? It just ain't all about coming out your pocket. I would talk to them. I would help those mothers that I have relationships with in the street. You know, way back when or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing about it is that a mother plays a great position in a person's life. You know what I'm saying? And our black mothers, you know what I'm saying? I can't talk about white mothers, you know, and some of them are probably the same way, but they some of the strongest women, and the shit they go through makes them some of the strongest people in this world. So I do take off my hat and I salute all the black women, all the black mothers that has gone through and has raised their child and raised boys to be men. Because a woman can raise a boy to be a man. I don't care what nobody say. You know, ain't no woman can raise a boy. Yeah, a woman can raise a boy to be a man. We get influences from other men and stuff like that, but I've seen it done. Prime example. Even though, you know, I knew my father, I met my father at 16, 17, I was already raised. And then my Papa Drake came in my life when I met my mother. You know what I'm saying? And he took me under his wing. But still, salute to y'all mothers. You know, we love y'all. You understand? And I want to get into this show. So how y'all doing today, man? I know a lot of y'all was hitting me up because y'all seen the pictures and y'all seen it's going to be on my thumbnail when I finish this. How old am I? I'm 56. What? Wow. Yeah, I got a head full of hair. Y'all 56 years. You see the gray coming in. Crazy. Yep. Yep. How many baby mamas I got? What's wrong with you? I might have a couple of them. I don't really know. I'm gonna go check it out. I might have a son in Texas, but he's older than all my other kids, and we supposed to be seeing if that's true. And I'm definitely gonna try to find that out because he wouldn't. When I found out when he was 16 years old that he might be mine, he didn't want to have a blood test because he wanted his grandmother to be his grandmother who always been his grandmother. But let me tell you this funny story. This is my Mother's Day story from my mother. Can I do that right, y'all? Yo, listen, y'all. Can I tell y'all my Mother's Day story about my mother? Huh? Somebody want to hear that? Because I know y'all just want to hear about, you know, how me and Big Mama was crying to get dead when I was telling her the story. I know y'all want to hear that story. But can I tell y'all my Mother's Day? Who's that, Boogeyman? Can I tell y'all my Mother's Day story? Tyrell Brown? Tyra Brown? Yeah, okay, check it out. I get a phone call. And this is Miss Addie Deal. Now, if y'all see my Instagram, that's my mother right there on there. She gonna talk about. Hello? I said, what? I said, hello? I said, Mom, what's up? She said, you trifling. And I said, I'm trifling? I'm trifling? I'm trifling, Mom? She said, yeah, you trifling. I said, Ma, how I get to be trifling? Chanel Lewis, thanks for that super chat. You too, Kimberly Wilson. And I said, how I get to be trifling? She said, I'm looking at you right now. You ain't gonna tell me you in St. Louis. And I said, yeah, you looking at me right now? Yeah. Stay right where you at. I'm coming right there right now. I'm on the other side of the mall. And she hung up the phone. So I was like, my mama got dementia. She done went cuckoo, one that flew over the cuckoo nest. What the hell? So I'm not calling her back because I know I ain't in St. Louis. You understand? So then about 10 minutes later, I get a phone call. She said, Gene. And I said, this ain't Gene's phone. This is Mr. Trifling. She said, baby, I'm sorry, but let me tell you something. You got to get to St. Louis. And I said, get to St. Louis for what? She said, I just seen Noonie. I said, my old girlfriend Noonie? She said, yeah. I said, yeah, what about Noonie? She said, Gene, she got a son. He about 6'5", and he looked just like you and Janice. And I said, what? She said, yeah. I got her number. You want to call her? I said, give me her number, Ma. I'll call her later on and stuff like, you better get your butt here and find out what it is. If that's my grandson, I want to know if that's my grandson. You better sit up here. Don't you wear that. You just told me I was trifling a minute ago. Now I got to come to St. Louis. So, you know what I do. Take some time off. I go to St. Louis. And I meet the family. Takes them over around the mother and everything like that. And all she said to me was, she said, my mother used to say that was your child. She thought it was this. It's well, maybe it's man. We don't know. She said that she was going to do something or say something a long time ago because her mother said every time she seen the baby, she saw me. You understand? And he was about 15, 16 at the time and stuff like that. So I just told him anything he need, anything he want, just let me know and stuff like that. You know, do you want to have a blood test? He said, no, because my grandmother wouldn't be my regular grandmother, and I love her and everything like that. And I said, okay, so but whenever you need something from me, I'm here for you. You understand? Let's become friends. Let's come to know each other. And we became friends and we knew each other. And I was there for him. He was there for me. You understand? Our kid got a great head on his shoulder. We've always talked. We always stayed in contact. All right. So I was like, wow, man. So then, you know, he graduated from college and everything. Like, we came in touch. And so then I supposed to be going down there in Texas at the end or the middle of summer, whenever it opens stuff back up, we're going to do a blood test. And whether he's my real son or not, he's always going to be my son in my heart. And he's a good dude. And I hope so I can always be the man I've been in his life for the rest of his life. But my mama she said, I don't need to see no blood test. That's my grandson. Look at him. You know, he's 6'6" and everything. He played ball over at Normandy and everything. So, you know, that's one of my Mother's Day story from Miss Addie Deal. All right. Chanel Lewis, thanks for that super chat. Ain't no part of New York City not gentrified. They coming over in Spanish Harlem right now, but Spanish Harlem is the least. Everything else, all up in Harlem, they doing it. Spanish Harlem is the least right now. That's on the east side. That's from the opposite side of 105th Street. Now, I'm going to show y'all this because this is going to be a big part of my show today. And I know some of y'all going to get mad. It's Mother's Day, Gene. Why you always, doing some of that on Mother's Day? Because niggas is heathens. Did y'all see this? Y'all look at that good. And some of y'all people tell me what that is right there. Did y'all see that? Can y'all help me? Rakama said, be nice. Nah. Yeah, Star Money, you right. I ain't gonna be nice. Cause we got this true heathen raising something that's gonna be the next part of our generation. Let me stop this right here if I can. Yeah. Now I'm gonna show y'all another picture. Y'all be sending me this stuff. Now when I start talking about it, you're gonna talk about be nice, Gene. Be nice, Gene. Why? Why I gotta be nice? Oh, because y'all help me feel better? Okay. But let me show the rest of it because the caption. Man, let me tell you something. I hope y'all got that because they put that on their own page. Now, I don't know how many of y'all was raised in the church. I don't know how many of y'all. Tyra Brown, she talking about Tyra. Is that Tyra Brown? Tyra, you better get up on it. You don't know who that is? Okay, mom. Y'all help Tyra let her know who that is on that thing. All right? All right. I don't know how many of y'all was raised in the church. I don't know how many of y'all know about religion and symbolism of religion. But the cross used to be a place of crucifixion where they used to put liars, thieves, crooks, and they used to sacrifice people and kill people and put them up on the cross. Before Catholicism came in and the Catholic Church and Christianity and all that came apart in that great Constantinople meeting that all the Catholics and the Christians had together, and they want to take out the pagan stuff out of the religion and make this one big religion, which is Christianity and Catholicism. So the cross was used for a whole lot of paganistic rituals then, and the whole 9 yards. Priests, when they used to give sermons in the black church, and they would say, some of y'all are hanging on the side of the cross with one foot in the church and the other foot in the street. Now, I didn't do it, but don't get mad when I catch the symbolism that you're putting out there. And then you're going to wear this shirt a day before Mother's Day or 2 days before Mother's Day and let your kids and them see this. You got their mother hanging on a cross. Somebody tell me peace. All right. It could be a spoiler alert, and come on, spoiler alert, the kids were in on it. How to get to think like that. How to get to think like that. And if they thinking like that and they wrong, you be a man and you check it. I don't care about no spoiler alert. You can't spoil that. When something is wrong, you nip that in the bud. Yo, what do you do? Come here. You don't want to see your mother like that. Why would you want to see your mother like that? Oh, it's going to get attention? Nah, we're not doing that. You find something else to do. Because let me just tell you something. The cross is sacrificial. You understand? People was there who sacrificed. They were sacrificed for bad dealing. And to have her on one side of the cross, hanging in a bathing suit, it's not a nice thing. So, y'all saying out there, spoiler alert, the kids was in on it. Why they even think? Because I had a problem with the fact 1 month after the baby mama died, he said, yo, what we gonna do for the new year? And she said, more money, more money. And I was like, damn, mama ain't in the ground for, her mama ain't even in the ground for a month and a half. But listen, that's their kids. You right. I got nothing to do with that. I'm gonna catch a lot of, fallback, backlash, all this other bullshit for that, because I'm hating. No, I'm understanding. There's certain ways and certain things you don't do. Some people understand where I'm coming from. Yeah, he put it in their heads. And y'all got to understand that. Chanel Lewis, thank you. You say I'm telling the truth. Storm, you understand what I'm talking about? Yeah, I just want people to understand that's not, listen to me. To have that girl on the cross in a bathing suit, dangling off the cross. Do you understand the symbolic relationship of that? The sign and what they showing and what they putting out there? I don't see nothing good in that. Now, if somebody sees something good in there, translate that to me, man. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a conversation. I'm trying to stop some of this, man, so I could read some of this stuff. It's just going up a mile a minute, you guys. I messed up. I don't know how to. Oh, there you go. I stopped it. Thank you. Nightboat, what's going on with you? Good is going to always defeat evil. That's what's going to happen to us with all this stuff with Bill Gates and Fauci and everybody trying to do to us, trying to kill us. Good going to the good white folks. Montreal in the house. What's happening, Montreal? Terrell Barnes. Yeah, some of them value money before everything, brother. We know that. Candy Chambers. Yeah, I know he don't have good sense. And they're going to sell their soul just like their daddy too, because they think money is everything. Let me just tell you something, man. We already seen it. And they seeing it. They gonna come out, they open these doors, they gonna come out and act like they wasn't pressed. They got bills out they kazoo. You understand what I'm saying? They got bills out they kazoo. They wasn't able to make no money. My man told me the other day, he said, yo, Gene, you gotta understand. when you retired, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to go nowhere to make your money. Your money is coming in. Either from your 401k, your pensions and all. Your money gonna come in as long as those things are going. Yeah, I said, you're right. He said, people who have to work for their money and they living, you know, this situation hurts them. And I understand that. So you're gonna see all these rappers and these artists and these people who depend on y'all. That's why they on the internet beg and talk about for charities. But when you get to that charity, let me just tell you this. They automatically get 20% for doing it. Because they have charity foundation and they have to say, we run this company. So if they get $4 million and it took them, they got a company, what they're going to say is this. I got to pay my secretary. I got to pay my director. I got to pay this. And I get 20%. And then whatever you send, and then they send the rest to whoever they want to send it to, whatever. But they take a big chunk out of that. They was talking about how $6 million was supposed to go to build houses in Haiti, and they only built 4 houses with $6 million. But they built 2.5, 3 mansions. So, because you give your money to those big foundations and everything, and those things that they say they sponsoring, they taking the 20% off the top, and they doing what they want to do, and they not giving no $4 million to them. If they collect $4 million, they not giving $4 million. Or they done made enough interest on the $4 million that they can give it on there because they didn't put it in something, you know, to make interest on it until they get ready to send it somewhere. Somebody told me to get the phone lines back. Why? Y'all don't know how to keep your phones off. The phone lines is coming back on Tuesday. But just make a note. I'm out of phone line there for little 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. But listen here, make a mental note that have your computer or whatever you listen to me off when you do that. Because if you don't, I'm automatically just going to hang up on your ass. I'm not going to even give you a shot. You understand? I'm like, hello, this is Big Gene from Raw Deal Last Big Night. I hear some static. There's some sound. I'm going to the next caller. And I'll do that all night. George Waters out there in Fayetteville, North Carolina. What's going on with y'all? Somebody asked me what I think about 6ix9ine. Let me just say something, brother. That kid came out there with the same energy he left. That tells me he ain't learned nothing. He came out of jail with the same energy he went into jail with. And y'all buying it. And everybody's going to buy it. Anytime he gets 2 million on the live and everything like that, you know what? That's what y'all want to see. We all know he ain't going to bust a grape in a wine factory. We all know that he's disrespectful and he's not culturally conscious. It's about them white folks giving him money and making an ass out of him. And if he make it back in jail or he make it dead, they didn't put enough insurance on him and got somebody to sign that insurance policy on him that they're going to get their money's worth. So I have no thoughts of him. You understand? Will he make good music? I don't know if that's the music you listen to and you like it. Yeah. Will he be something out here? He'll be entertaining for the people who want to see him. And it seems like already 2 million people showed they wanted to see him. So that's what I think. We've been here and we were talking about, a picture says 1,000 words. And somebody told me that Puff Kids was on putting their mother on, dangling off a cross with a swimsuit on, with the religious ramification of the cross, and said it was a spoiler alert. They knew it would get attention, or that's what they wanted to do. I guess black kids ain't black kids like they used to be. You understand? I don't get that. And if somebody is guiding them, guide them in the right direction. Let them know what all that stuff means. And we was having a discussion about that. You understand? I was telling them about how the fact that even a month after their mother died, they was talking about all the money they was trying to make, and it seemed like it didn't affect them. Maybe it did. I don't see them. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? But when they came on the internet and the places, I guess they didn't show that part. It could have been a publicity stunt for money, but it wasn't a good publicity stunt. And is money worth all that? How much more money can you get? I guess. I don't know. Rip like what you miss? Oh my God. Well, you're going to have to go back and see the other two, the start and the finish, because at the start we was talking about how my manager sent me a picture of Little Richard and Andre Harrell and said he was at hell frozen over, and I said something about gay hell. We said we can't say homo heaven was smiling. We can't say that. We have to say we got to be politically correct. We can't say homo heaven was smiling. And why would they be smiling? I didn't catch that. I was a little Riri, but we said we can't say Riri, so we had to say special ed or mentally challenged. Right. So okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to get things together in my mind. That me and my manager had a discussion earlier yesterday, and I told you I received the pictures that Little Richard and Andre Harrell had died, and then he said it was cold where he was at. It was like hell had frozen over, but gay heaven was smiling, and I didn't catch it. And that's what we was talking about earlier, since you missed it. You know what I mean? And then we start talking about how Diddy is wearing a shirt with his kids' mother and them dangling from a cross. Somebody asked me, did Diddy ever carry a gun? Yeah, I gave him one. What was that? A Ruger. I don't know if the shot said that Biggie got shot on his left side. Biggie got shot on the passenger side on the right side, brother. Cordero, out there in Little Rock, Arkansas, thanks for that super chat, bro. I mean, that cash app. Oh, Whiskey the Gun, thanks for that cash app too, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got something coming up, bro. Everybody be talking about they need it, bro, but then I go and print them up and make them and can't sell them. Oh, man. So this is our Mother Day version, and I gave a story about my mother and how she told me about this kid, this beautiful kid I met in my life. I've been knowing for the last 20-some years, maybe my son. So y'all might have to go back and see part 2 to see that part of the show. Yeah. And yeah, my man just made a real good point. My man said Diddy was upset with Steve Stouten when they did the You Can Hate Me Now video with Nas. And they had portrayed him as being on the cross. Right? They portrayed him being on the cross. And he was in the video on the cross and everything like that. And now you're going to put your